All right, so I'm back. Gibson Pickup, the Greenybucker, is now in here. I don't have a lot of room to lower it, just like with the Charlie. So hopefully it'll sound good here because I don't have a lot of wiggle room. Anyway, it was a little bit of a pain to get it in because it didn't have 4-conductor wiring. It's got like vintage style wire mesh wrap wiring, so you have to ground with the wire mesh wrap, and it's a pain in the hind end. But it's in. Seems to be working, so I haven't heard it yet at all except to tap test it with a screwdriver, and I keep going flat. I didn't tune before I did the first demo either. I think I was pretty well in tune, but anyway, let's give this thing a listen and see how it sounds. Not too bad, actually. It's pretty warm. It's much louder, so I'm going to turn the volume back a hair on the amp. So yeah, it's cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the demo again. It's real simple. I don't know why the light is so much brighter this time. Okay. Okay, so this is volume and tone fully on. Let's try it with a pick. Let's try some single note stuff. strings with the fingers. All right, so let's talk about it a little bit. Honestly, surprisingly pleased. It doesn't have obviously the same voice as the Charlie, and I really liked the voice of the Charlie. And it doesn't have quite the same balance of warmth and mid-range that the Charlie has. It's a little bit more scooped, but I can probably EQ that out at the amp here. It is pretty warm, actually. This is the this is a much better fit for this guitar than the El Rayo was. I went with the El Rayo because Tim Lurch had used one in one of his Telecasters, and I thought it sounded really warm and really nice, but it just didn't work with this guitar. It was just too bright. So I'm pretty happy with this. The best thing is no hum, so that's great. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to play around with it for a little while. I think it's going to stay. I do have to tighten this side a little bit. I am not crazy about Gibson's use of slotted head screws. I'm just going to say that right off the top of my head. Do not like them. Because it's too easy to scratch the finish on a guitar adjusting your pickup, which I know how often you adjust your pickup, but still. We'll see. It might stick around, actually. It's a different voice, but it works, you know. Just to give you guys some background, I left the amp EQ'd where I usually keep it EQ'd for jazz. So low frequency 80 hertz is at 50%, 12 o'clock. Low mid is at about 10 o'clock. High mid is about 11 o'clock. High is about 10:30, and presence is at 9 o'clock. Amp reverb is off. I'm using a little bit of reverb from the Glory reverb pedal that I purchased recently. Otherwise, no other effects on here. Pretty pleased with this. So more to come possibly from the Greenybuckers. I was worried how it would look too, because I had done the layout of the color scheme around that Charlie pickup. And so everything, all the hardware is black, and now we've got this chrome pickup, but looks surprisingly good. It's not too jarring. So we'll play around with it for a while, see what we think. Thanks for checking in. More to come later.